We start out with Dark Elevation as we normally do. We have Nyla Rose, Maria Shafir in a tag team match. Maria Shafir is definitely a standout in this. I know I keep going on about MacWrestling, but she actually did. She was on the ground taking a defensive stance against her opponent. She does some fantastic moves in this match. She does a knee and ankle lock at the same time. Nyla and Maria do a spike DDT on their opponent and pick up the win. But at the end of this, Vicky Guerrero doesn't seem to be that happy. I can tell you I would be, but then again, I'm not their manager and I don't write the story. So just have to see how this plays out. Next we have the Ring of Honor Women's Champion, Athena, going up against Viva Van, who does an excellent entrance. At one point in this match, Athena smacks both her knees into Viva Van's face when she's up against the steps, but not really, but it does look like it. After that, Athena just continues her vicious beatdown and even goes after the ref, but no physical altercation, of course. And she picks up the win via submission. Then we're on to Dark, and we have Emi Sakura and Diamante going up against Willow and Ruby Soho. The pounce on the outside of the ring where Diamante and Willow meet was excellent because Diamante flew into the barricade. This was a real physical matchup with Ruby Soho picking up the win on Diamante. Then we have Teal Piper, of course, daughter of late legend Rowdy Roddy Piper, her tag team partner Keel, going up against Ty and Anna. We didn't see much of Teal, and this match didn't take too long, with Keel losing to a rear naked choke by Anna. And I like this because both teams are going to meet on Rampage. That is of Willow, Soho, Anna and Ty are going to have a street fight. And seems as they've both picked up a win. I can't really tell who's going to win on Rampage. The last match on this episode was Athena defending her Ring of Honor Championship against Shafir, with Vicky Guerrero at ringside, which of course Vicky does her normal act of screaming to encourage her client, Shafir. And Shafir for most of this match looked like she was going to win. But Athena was going to take her belt and go home, so Shafir stopped her on the ramp, and Athena was being aggressive towards the referee and stuff like that. Loved the character. But in the end, Athena picked up the win by grabbing Shafir's trunks. On Dynamite this week, we got a tag team match, and that was between Saraya, Toni Storm versus Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter, with Rebel, not Reba, in their corner. This entire build-up to this match was a bit weird. I don't know whether Mercedes Moné was supposed to appear in this match instead of Toni Storm or something. It's just a bit weird. So Hayter does a double suplex on Saraya and Toni, and the crowd love her. Then Shida comes down to the ring, my favourite wrestler. We also get Hayter making a cover on Toni's throat with a crouched knee. Then Storm does a DDT using the turnbuckle. All fantastic moves, and the crowd were really into it. But Shida throws her kendo stick into the ring, and Britt Baker picks it up and whacks Toni Storm in the back, meaning she picks up the win. I'm going to go with this was an accident. But on the last week's show, we see Saraya, who didn't do much in this match. Not a criticism, just an observation. She turned her back on Shida and was talking to Toni Storm and completely disrespecting Shida. But I'm sure it was an accident or supposed to be in the storyline. I've also seen on social media, Twitter, that Saraya is calling Hikaru Shida a traitor. So whatever is going to happen with this storyline, I just hope that my favourite wrestler, Hikaru Shida, is not jobbed out. to Saraya. Kushida has been jobbed out too much. Next up, we had Rampage. First up, we had Julia Hart getting involved with the House of Black's tag team match. I just really wanted to say that the gimmick works a lot better than the cheerleader one, and JR was using some outdated language to describe her. Then we had a Jade Cargill promo saying that Red Velvet is out of the baddies and Layla Gray is most definitely in. The main event of Rampage was absolutely amazing. It was a tag team match between Anna Jay, Ty Mello versus Willow and Ruby Soho. It was a street fight, I've got to remember to say that. There was tacks, tables and even a trash can put over Ruby's head at one point where Ty Mello jumped from, of course, the hardest part of the ring, which is the apron, onto the trash can, quickly off her, and seemed to bust Ruby Soho open. At the top of the ramp, Willow Nightingale did a powerbomb on Anna Jay from the top of the ramp onto the floor below. Willow went for a table, but Anna seemed to hit the mat. Hopefully everyone's okay, but it was a brilliant match. The women are getting the same opportunities as the men, and it ended with crimson-faced Ruby Soho picking up the pin on Ty Mello. Chris Jericho's commentating on this was brilliant. JR's, on the other hand, he seems to be more concerned about Anna Jay's looks rather than calling the action. What have we learned from AEW's women's division this week? Well, that Hikaru Shida might be feuding with Saraya. If she does, then Hikaru Shida needs to win. Or whatever happens with this feud, I think Saraya's got some ring rust, and if Toni Storm gets involved with it, then Toni Storm needs to lose to Hikaru Shida. Hikaru Shida has held the world title longer than Jon Moxley. Granted, it was during the pandemic, but she needs some respect. Also, the women need more TV time, or just basically more matches. You can turn Dark Elevation from that to AEW's Women's Elevation instead. And like all female matches, and anyone spikes interest, you put them on TV. Could do it that way. But thanks for watching.